The next day, Amaka got to work, and surprisingly, Michael said they will be working outside the company in preparation for the company's 7th anniversary. As his PA, she couldn't object, but guess what? He took her out for shopping as he wanted her to look exquisite on that day. Amaka found herself holding hands with him and laughing at his dry jokes. He got her beautiful, expensive dresses and heel shoes and also took her to the spa. On their way back to the office, Michael said, "Shame is securing your space as little as he is, with every breath in him. Can we?" And Amaka interrupted, "Not yet. I will introduce myself at the right time." Michael simply kept mute because to him, Amaka was loosening up a bit and he wouldn't want to ruin anything. They got to the office and Amaka faced him and said, "Thank you so much. I really appreciate you, boss." "You are welcome, love," Michael replied, and they entered their respective offices. Immediately, Amaka walked into her office and exclaimed, "Oh my God! What happened to you? Look at your gleaming skin." Bishop and Trustworthy already knew what's up, and they were just grinning ear to ear. "Stop exaggerating, Joe. It is just a little spa and touch," Amaka replied. "You visited the spa during office hour? God, you are rich. But I hope you know this is going against the company's rules that can get you fired, and that your good-for-nothing husband will automatically turn you into a rag. Just be careful, oh." Bishop and Trustworthy just muttered, "Who won't fire madam? Just the play." Amaka was about saying something when Anne's phone rang on the table and she saw Opeyemi clearly on the caller's ID. "It's my friend Ope. He lives 3 streets away," Anne said, taking the phone quickly. "Madam, I never asked for explanation," Amaka replied. "Oh, sure." Anne smiled awkwardly as Amaka took her seat. She remembered the look on Michael's face when he was staring at her. No man has ever stared at her that way, and it's making her think things. But the feelings were missed, so she brushed it off and her phone buzzed. It was a message from Michael. "Thank you, Mama, for allowing me to spend on you today. Please permit me to do this for the rest of my life." It was short, but she felt it. She quickly dropped the phone without replying and got back to work. Somewhere in an undisclosed mansion, 2 businessmen walked in to meet a man sitting in the living room. The man yelled, "So you both allowed the intel about the land to leak, and now ML got it. Michael became a trillionaire in just one day. It was supposed to be me. I thought you both told me you were the only ones aware of the information. So how did it leak?" The men went on their knees immediately in front of him and said, "We swear on our lives. The only place we discussed about the information was at the restaurant, nowhere else." "Then get me the footage of that restaurant and bring me the thief," the man said. The day for the anniversary came. An ML company was to celebrate it in a big hall in town because they invited lots of people. Michael descended the stairs in his mansion and shame gushed. "Dad, you look more handsome today." "Thank you, son," he replied. "Congratulations on your achievement, my son," his mom said when he finally got downstairs. "She has been waiting with Flora." "Thank you, Mom," Michael replied, hugging her. "Congrats, bestie. I wish Amara would see this. The rejected stone has become the chief cornerstone," Flora said. "Thank you so much," Michael replied, hugging her too. "Reporters are waiting outside. "Are you sure you are ready to answer questions?" his mother asked. "No, Mom. My date is waiting," Michael replied, walking out of the house. When Michael stepped out, truly, reporters were everywhere in front of the house, and he got choked with questions almost immediately. How do you feel becoming a true millionaire in just one day through real estate? Do you plan on building branches of your company in other countries? It's your company's 7th anniversary. How do you feel, Mr. Lawson? Thanks to the employed guards, he was protected till he got to his car since he wasn't ready to answer any question. He drove out, and on getting to Amaka's place, he came down and got his phone to call her. But then the door opened and she came out in all alluring aura. His eyes widened once again, and Amaka took his breath away as she walked to him in the beautiful dress, looking stunningly attractive. She finally got to him, and he didn't stop staring. She stood in front of him, returning the look he was giving. Thanks to her heels, so she was almost the same height with him. The eyes mirrored and the tension built madly. Michael senselessly started bringing his face closer to hers, and she blinked gently, wondering what he was going to do while fighting her own nervousness. His lips moved closer to hers, and their lips almost met, but she turned her face away quickly. That was when Michael came back to his senses. "I am sorry, but you are hot," he whispered bluntly, and she tried hard not to blush. "Thanks," she replied. He opened the door for her, and she stepped in. 3 minutes later, Opeyemi arrived. He was about to enter the house when his phone beeped. He checked to see a text, and he frowned. "Come to the biggest hall in town. Your wife is with another man." "What?" Opeyemi shouted. The party was already ongoing, with the staff busy attending to the invited guests. Shem stayed with his grandma and Flora. Flora said to him, "You have been acting strange since yesterday. Why?" "Auntie Flora, what will you do if another girl touches your fiancé's hair?" he asked, facing her. Just when Flora was about responding, Trustworthy, who was the MC of the occasion, announced, "Ladies and gentlemen, the richest man in real estate business in this country is here," and everyone turned to the big door as it opened. Amaka came in with Michael. Arms were linked and smiles on their faces. They were welcomed with claps from everyone, but it didn't last because a scream came from outside immediately. "Amaka!" And she recognized it as Opeyemi's voice. She turned with Michael at the same time, only to see Opeyemi running into the hall. "She's my wife, Michael Lawson, or whatever you are called." "How dare you?" he yelled. "It is Michael Lawson," Michael replied calmly. "Do I look like I care? How dare you try to steal my wife? I am only married to you on paper. It is a contract marriage, so stop already," Amaka shouted back angrily, and Michael was shocked and grateful to God at the same time. No barriers whatsoever is stopping him to make her his bride. The whole hall became silent as the guests watched the interesting film. The fall of a needle surely would have been heard because the silence was deadening. "Let's go home, Amaka, else I will kill you," Opeyemi yelled again. The guests started murmuring, "Isn't he the disowned Adeyemi's family son? Heard he got disowned because he slept with his stepmother. Throw him out, please," Amaka said. "What?" Opeyemi asked, almost in doubt he heard right. It was Bishop and Trustworthy that came for him. Bishop grabbed his arms and Trustworthy grabbed his legs, and they took him out like a bag of beans. Michael, who was now 100% sure that the coast is clear, slipped his arms around Amaka's waist, pulling her to himself. "Michael, I will kill you, Opeyemi yelled from trustworthy and Bishop's grip. Amaka cooperated and placed her left palm on Michael's chest. Then they looked at each other in the eyes, and everyone in the hall began snapping their pictures. Dad likes Mrs. Smart, Shem muttered from his spot. It is obvious. Everyone can now see it, Flora replied, and he faced her. Really? Yes. Can't you see the look in his eyes? They said eyes don't lie. I have been suspicious since, but this just confirmed it, and tears came out of Shem's eyes immediately. Shem, why are you crying? She asked. I like Mrs. Smart too, but I want Dad for my mom. If she returns and finds out Dad likes Mrs. Smart, she'll be so hot, and I won't be able to handle it. Flora wiped his tears and said, My darling, you should keep calm. Let the adults handle it. Are you seeing what I am seeing? Michael's mom asked Flora. She is his PA, and I've been smelling this from him since the day I visited his office. He likes her, meaning he's letting go of Shem's mom, Flora replied. I don't mind though. He has stayed single enough, and I definitely need a girl child this time around. Besides, she is a beautiful woman, though she doesn't seem to like him yet, Michael's mom replied happily. Yet? You mean she's still going to like him with a son? Why are you so sure? Flora chuckled. It's my son we are talking about here. He's handsome, cool, rich, charismatic, and smart. I am sure you have once had a crush on him, even as his bestie, Michael's mom said proudly. Well, I won't lie. I had a crush on him in high school and confessed to him, but he toned me down politely, and then we became besties, Flora confessed. And Michael's mom started laughing and asked, He toned you down? Yes, ma, he did. He was like, Sorry, you are not my type. I don't like tall girls. I felt like reducing my heart that day. I can never forgive that coconut head for that statement. Trustworthy was so excited seeing Amaka and their boss, and he asked Bishop, Don't you feel the chemistry? Not at all. It is oozing from boss alone. It feels like Amaka is only doing it to shame her paper husband. Still, I can't wait for everything to align. I will be the happiest person living, Bishop smiled, looking around for Anne. Where is Anne? He asked. I don't know, my brother, Trustworthy replied. Michael finally let go of Amaka and she joined them. You are beautiful, Trustworthy complimented. You are gorgeous, Mom Michelle. She smiled and said to them, Thank you, my bad brothers. Michael's voice boomed from the stage and all attention shifted to him. Thank you for coming. This celebration comes yearly and I celebrated 6 already. This is the 7th year and the happiest anniversary for me. I found someone special and I achieved my dream in just one day. Thanks to that special someone, he said, looking at Amaka. She quickly looked away, transferring her gaze to the glass of wine she was holding. Michael continued, As the happiest celebration, this will be special, and a really giant cake was wheeled into the hall. ML at 7 was written boldly on it, looking so expensive. Michael walked to the cake and picked the knife. Staffs, please join me, he said, and all the staff joined him on stage except Anne. Where is Anne? Bishop asked again, and the head of staff said, She just tested that she's sick, so she's home. They proceeded to the curtain. The class intensified as they all left the stage, leaving Michael alone again. Cheers to new ML. He raised the toast. Everyone raised their glasses too. and the party reached the climax where they had to dance with their partners. "I wish Lawson was here," Michael's mom said. Lawson was Michael's father and her late husband. "At this time, I am led to pray. May we all live to enjoy the fruit of our labors over our children in Jesus' name. Amen." Michael's mom began to cry, and Flora wiped the tears from her eyes. "This is a happy party, Ma. Please don't ruin it." "I won't," she said, with a smiling face again. Michael hit the dancing floor with Amaka. Shane wanted to go meet them, but Flora pulled him back. "Stop it! Allow your daddy be. At this time, he has no control over his heart." "Auntie Flora, you don't understand how I feel." "I do understand you for real, but let's go for now. You can't cause a scene." And Shem nodded. In the undisclosed mansion, the two men entered the living room, but their boss was not sitting as they expected, so they sent the maid to him. 3 minutes later, he descended the stairs, but stopped when he got to the middle of the stairs, resting his hands on the rail. "Any news?" he asked, and the two men went on their knees. "Boss, I don't think we need the CCTV footage anymore. The snitch is Michael's PA. The anniversary was aired in the news some minutes ago, and we cited her. Turns out that she worked in the restaurant, and she was the server who served us on that day we had the discourse," one of them reported. "Then what are you waiting for? Why are both of you still here? I want her tonight. Get her to the warehouse ASAP." Back in the party, Michael and Amaka were still dancing. Michael's eyes were on her, but Amaka's eyes stayed down, and he had to clear his throat to make her look up. "Congratulations on your anniversary," she said slowly. "It wouldn't have been a happy one if you didn't come to the company. I am glad you were here," he smiled. "I wish you talked nicely like this back then," she replied, looking away from his eyes. "Just tell me what you want, Amaka. Tell me anything and I will do it, as long as it will make you forgive me for the trash I said back then." "I need to go check on Anne," she said, and started leaving, but he held her back. "I will drive you home." "No, thank you. It is not too late to find a taxi," she replied, and before he could talk again, she was already out of the hall. He stood in confusion in the middle of the hall. He is trying too hard to make things work out as soon as possible for Shem's sake, but she's just not giving him the chance, and it's killing him. Few minutes later, a mother came down from the taxi, looking restless. She stood for some minutes in front of her house, thinking about what happened in the hall earlier. Her constant touching of Michael's chest, the blood she felt when he referred to her as someone special, and the nervousness she feels when he's close or locks eyes with her. She hates it all. She has vowed to stay on her own after the contract with Opeyemi ends. She planned to be heartless for the rest of her life without allowing the intrusion of any man into her mind. She planned to take shame from Michael after saving her salaries for a year and travel out with him to go meet Erica. She suddenly came to realization and she began blaming herself, hitting herself as she entered the house. She has to get a grip of herself. She remembered Anne. She wasn't supposed to come home straight, so she dialed her number. But shockingly, her phone rang on the center table. Skeptically, Amaka walked to the table, and her surprise multiplied when she saw it was really Anne's phone. The oga patapata of the surprise is what she saved her number as. Stupid fool. Her phone fell from her when Anne and Opeyemi walked out of the room laughing naked. They stopped on their tracks when they saw her, and Anne prayed for an earthquake, but that never happened. "You are back from the party at last? I hope you like what you see," Opeyemi asked. I can explain, Amaka. Please, I can. Anne was still talking when Amaka rushed out of the apartment, eventually walking out of the house. Amaka! Anne called, running out to catching up with her in front of the house. She put on a dress already. Annie, believe me, I can explain. Explain what? You of all people? See, Obayemi is an unfortunate being, so I don't care whoever he goes down with, and it's not my cup of tea. But you even badmouth him more than me, but you fully open your legs for him? My number is saved as stupid fool on your phone. I guess you were the one who told him about the party too, huh? I have never been lucky with friends, and this shows that you were never a friend. Thank God for exposing you. I have forgiven you, but I will never cross the path that you walk on, Amaka said and walked out on her, going away from the house completely. Precious was with Brian, so she's free to leave the house and go anywhere she wants.